I'm going to put it into Good Morning Gloucester. We are here with Amy Donnelly, Dave Brown, and Jimmy Dalpiaz. This is our second try. The first time, it was completely my fault, and the audio was an absolute disaster. We went through an hour-long podcast, and there was no audio, and I was unbelievably embarrassed. But I think that we're going to have it. I think we're going to have it this time. I'm just going to pull the feed over to Good Morning Gloucester so our viewers can watch. And then from there, yeah, we're live. We're live, guys. This works. I'm very happy about this. All right, copy the link. I'm going to go to Good Morning Gloucester.
And I hope everybody can hear it this time.
Everybody, yeah, I'm at home, so this will work. The WARF, I didn't have the parameters set properly. Just take a couple seconds to pull it in. I'm going to close this window because that'll use less of the computer resources.
We're going to see this.
And we have 11 viewers. I can't see the viewers, and we don't have Pat here. But, all right, we're good. 1, 2, 3, and I'm going to close this. We're live on Good Morning Gloucester. We're live on Facebook. We're live on YouTube. This is actually much better. I'm sorry for the 1 minute wait that everybody had to wait for, but I believe that we have the right setup going right now. So we are here at the O'Malley's. We're down in the basement at O'Malley, and Dave and Amy, why don't you take it from here and explain what we're going to do today?
Oh my goodness! Well, it was your idea, so you can explain it.
Oh yeah. So okay, we're in here because we're printing these face shields for frontliners, right? So we're in the 3D print lab, and we're making up these little headbands that snap onto a plastic shield and shipping them out the door to anybody who wants them. And that's a Gloucester Education Foundation initiative, right? So I don't know, something like 600 of those are out the door so far. And we've got another 100 or so on the shelf ready to be packaged. And we have 20 printers in the room right now that are all running sort of simultaneously producing new parts. And we thought, well, this would be a great opportunity to drag some kids back into the building somehow, even if we did it virtually. And the way to do that makes it more fun is if the students can design their own piece, right? So they could design their own small device and then ship us a little file, and then we could open it here, translate it into a new language, pop it into a printer, print out their design piece in the real world, and then mail it back to them, snail mail to their home address. Wow. It seemed like it would be like a cool thing, right?
Yeah.
But obviously there's a lot of glitches. we do have, every now and then we run into a little bit of a snafu with this.
So well, you're looking for a volunteer student, and so we thought, oh, Jimmy is the perfect 7th grader. Looks ready to mess it up in any possible way he can. And
I got my dunce cap right here. I'll remove it.
No, you're a great student. So, Jimmy, you want to tell them what we asked you to do?
Yeah, sure. First of all, thank you for working for all, helping out that front line. And I know that we went through it long, with the last one. You're helping out so much. But basically, you want me to show the idea that we did?
What do you think,
As best you describe it.
Yeah.
Okay. Well, basically, Pat has this globe, and a lot of people who are following it know it as CB, and she takes a lot of pictures through CB.
CB standing for crystal ball.
Crystal ball. That's what she calls CB. And when you're holding that, the light goes through. It could burn you and stuff. So she's been putting it down on things so she won't get burned. And she's using her lens cap, which looks like this,
as a whole,
to put it on the ground. So we thought when all this project came out, hey, wouldn't it be great if we could create something like this to help Pat and put it together? So with that in mind, with their help and a lot of patience, we got together and look at this, guys. Look what I did.
That's outstanding. That is fantastic.
That is
Now,
amazing.
what I have to do is I have to move us. Remember how you told me how to move us?
Yeah, so Jimmy's working in Tinkercad, which is a web-based free platform. You sign in, set up your own account. This is what all our students design in. And it's a very powerful program. It looks kind of, colorful and bright and welcoming. It's an incredibly powerful tool. And you can create on this space all kinds of stuff. So Jimmy set up his own account to design inside Tinkercad.
And renamed it GMG Pat. Remember, you can put your own title to it. I learned that no matter how much you play with it, it saves everything, because I was all worried that I was going to lose things from bouncing things around. So this is all saved. And this is where we kind of left off. To explain what we did was, with their help, we made a solid base here. And we put it right in here. And this is the solid base. And then we went up to a clear fill thing. Because, again, using the cap idea, oh, there we go. Using the cap, we wanted to do something that had a little ledge to it that way. So we talked back and forth, and I tried different things. And teachers, as you can see, I am ready to, with your help now, move my clear insert down and show me how we're going to be doing that, and I'm ready.
Outstanding. Okay, so
Can I just stop you for 1 second? Adam Orlando just wrote in that you were his science teacher. Amy was back in 8th grade or something, and now you're his daughter's science teacher.
That's Kookaroo. Adam
Kookaroo. I'm sorry. I always.
Oh my gosh, Adam Kookaroo.
Yeah.
He is the best. I love Adam Kookaroo.
Yeah.
And yes, I have a daughter right now.
Amazing. Yeah.
Fantastic family.
Yeah.
Great guy. Wow. So, Jimmy, do you remember how to use the ruler to center on the center of that solid object? You already have a ruler on the board.
Right.
New ruler. Okay.
Right. Now, did you want me to move it up?
Yeah, it's somewhere there. That's great. Perfect.
Okay.
Okay. Now you see the waffle on the ruler?
Yep.
Click on that, and you want to use the midpoint. So click that once.
Click where I am.
Yep. Click
I
again.
did.
It didn't click.
Okay.
Oh, there you go. Perfect.
There you go.
Perfect.
There's the midpoint.
Right.
I forgot that.
Do you see those numbers, 35, 40, and 110, 13?
Yep.
Let's make those numbers like, yeah, make that bottom one 100. Type in that box and change that to 100. Great. And change that other one to 30.
And the main reason why you're adjusting my numbers is because I suck at math? No.
Because I can't remember those numbers that you just got rid of, but I can remember 130 as my center point of that solid object.
Right.
All right. So about your solid object, is it the size that you want it to be to hold that globe?
Yes. Yes. Those numbers that you're seeing right now, folks, one thing I learned is everything's in millimeters. Am I correct?
You're correct.
And when we did a measurement, I did it with the inches. So I went and I did the translation, millimeters to inches, and I looked it up. And this is as close as I can to that lens cap idea that we did. So I translated it. So that's why you see the 27.2 and the 63. That is something as close as to what.
Hey, do me a favor, Jimmy. Go to that box that says top and front over. Do you see that box, top and front? Could you look at that from the top for us? Just click on that and hold. Click and hold, and it will. Does that look like your lens cap?
Yeah.
I thought it looked.
It's not
more like an oval than a circle to me, Jim.
Right.
Thank you. So why don't you change that 27.2? You see the 27.2?
To 63.75.
Yeah, and change that. So off the red thing you're on. Actually click on the 20. Will you stop it? Click on that and make it the number that
is on the bottom.
Should be. Yeah, the same as your bottom number.
You want it to be basically a square. So it's 65.87 in that box, Jimmy.
See, Joey's all over this.
I'm a math guy.
I can see that.
Jimmy's a music Jimmy's a music teacher. So.
Well, that will work. Perfect.
Lovely.
So was that the measurement that you wanted, the 6587, or had it changed a little bit when you were?
No, that's it.
Okay. All right. Now, do you see the little picture of a house? You can click on the home, come down to the left side of your screen.
Underneath where it says top, Jimmy.
Low. Underneath top, there's a little house. Lower.
Okay, I got the picture. I got us here. Wait.
Click on home, the little home icon, the circle home. Help them out, Jimmy.
Okay, house.
There you go. Yep.
There you go, Joey. Okay. There you go.
The hollow shape is now an oval still.
Yeah. Okay. So you're talking through that.
All right, so here we go. You ready?
Yeah.
A couple of things moved around there, right? And so to do this as clean as we can, you kind of want to choose the right step in order, right?
Mm-hmm.
Now the big hollow space, we made this hole that's hovering up above your shape there, right?
Mm-hmm.
Well, we made that way back when your shape was an oval.
Right.
So that's not going to work. So click once on that. And then go over to the trash can and throw it out.
Wow.
It's very satisfying. It's satisfying.
Wow.
Now, so let's say you did that wrong, right? This is the beauty of this software. Just next to the trash can, there's a black arrow that says go back. Click on that.
Right here, correct?
Yeah, just click once.
And there it
There
is.
you go. Right, so you can't possibly
Mess it
really,
up. Yeah.
All right, so click on your hollow shape again, Jimmy, the space. We're gonna throw it out one more time. Click, back to the trash can, throw that out, just to make sure it's gone. Awesome. Then
Story of
click
my
on the-
life.
Dave, can I ask a question? Couldn't he have just done the same thing that he did with the bottom one and make the side number the same as it was in the bottom?
You're gonna love this. You're gonna love this.
All right,
You're gonna say, "Oh my God, I love that." That's what you're gonna say. You ready?
All right.
All right. So, Jimmy, click on the solid shape,
Which one?
straight shape. No, the solid that's in your screen.
The one that you made already.
Oh,
Jimmy.
sorry.
Beautiful. All right. So, here's what we're gonna do. Back to the waffle iron and click.
No.
Oh,
That's not the waffle iron. Jesus Christ. Down to the left. The left.
Welcome to seventh grade.
No, stop.
Ruler.
Bottom on the left-hand edge of your blue workspace, there's the waffle. Down. No. Left, Jimmy. That's right.
yeah.
Left. Down.
Yeah,
the
thank
blue.
you.
Look where you have the blue. Now, right. You see the waffle? To the left.
Yeah, wait.
To the left.
Joey, hang on.
You can't see.
I've got the.
Do you know what the waffle is? The circle with the 3 lines, Jim.
Yeah, got it, boss. I've got to move us. It's blocking. Okay, there it is. Click again.
Nice, Jimmy.
Beautiful. All right. Use endpoint. Click on that. You got to click right on it.
Where use
You want to
endpoint
click
says
on an iPad?
midpoint.
That's good. No, that's good. Use endpoint. Click once. There you go. One more. There you go. Stop. Back to your object and click. Are you working on an iPad, Jimmy?
No.
Thank God. All right. Here we go. Negative 2.7. See that number?
Yes, I do.
Click on that once and type in 0.
Yeah, you had told me we can't have negative.
Beautiful. Then click on your object. No, you're good for that. Okay, up to the trash can again. And click on the ton of pages of paper right next to the trash can.
Yep.
Right there. Click. Back to your object and drag. click and drag.
And where do you want me to drag it?
Just away, far away from where that's good. Beautiful.
Nice, Jimmy. Good job, Jimmy.
Got it? Right. So now where it says 0, 0, 0, 0, click once and make it 1.5. And that's going to lift it up a little bit because we want a bottom in this thing, right? Now we have these fantastic numbers that you put on there. So the 65.87 number, let's change that to 63.87. Awesome. And then the next one to 63.87.
This one.
Yeah, that's the one.
So they're going to be 4.13 millimeters thick. That's going to be the edge of the thing.
The edge of the thing will be less than that even. It'll be like a millimeter and a bit, right? Because we're going to center the hole in the solid. And we're only 2 millimeters less in diameter. So watch what happens here. Click on hole. So, no, wait a minute, go easy. Over on the right-hand side of the screen where it gives you a choice of solid or hole.
Oh, yeah,
hole.
right. Okay.
Click. Awesome. Now, this is the waffle iron part. We got to get these two things stuck together on the same center, which seems like that would be like all kinds of theater. And it kind of is the first time around. But once you get the hang of this, I mean, this is how you make a pair of sunglasses in a minute. So click on the waffle iron again. And for some reason, that keystroke is, no, not the hole. All the way down on the
iron.
left,
Sorry.
under the ruler.
He has a hard time with that waffle iron.
Okay, that's good right there. Now, I know it's a tough thing.
I've got our pictures blocking it. That's the thing.
You could probably drag that out of the way.
I'm going to release these pictures to the Krakens pretty soon. Go ahead.
All right, 99.93.
Yes.
Make that 100 for the love of Mike. What is it? 182?
Yeah.
I say 180. Beautiful. Okay. On your solid object, just click on the solid object. Make those two numbers the same. So the bottom one, the 1016. No, 1016. That one. That one's 100. And that one is 180, right? Oh my God.
Look at that.
This is so close. All right. Here's the tricky part. You want to click on the blue screen, the blue grid, and then you want to hold your cursor down and drag, and a red dotted frame is going to show up. And you want to drag the frame until it encompasses the two objects we've been working on.
You mean that red thing I'm doing?
Keep going way up, way up, way up, way up, way up, and then over. Keep going. Yeah, beautiful. And let that go. And that chooses the two things we want to mess with, right? Okay, so carefully, don't hit a keystroke wrong at this point for a second. Just above where it says shapes, right? It says solid and then hole. That one right there, group. Click.
Yep. You told me that last time. Oh, look at that.
So that selects it?
There we go. The two are together. All right, so click once anywhere on the blue screen, Jimmy. And then click on your gray object and drag it down to us so we can see it. Lovely. There it is. Oh,
nice. That's awesome. Good job,
all right,
Jim.
are we good? Everybody's happy about that?
Very happy.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, my God. All right. if you're thrilled with that, all you got to do is get it to me. So where are you physically?
In a chair. No, acting like a seventh grader. Okay, in my apartment. So I export or send to?
Yeah, so you're gonna email this to me.
Okay.
So all you have to do is, let's see, click on the blue field so all the numbers disappear. You got your title all set, right?
Yes, I do.
All right, go over and hit export. Then choose the file type. In this case, it's STL, standard tessellation, STL, and it's going to go right to your downloads immediately. Right?
Okay, open with.
No, you don't want to open anything. You don't
You
want to open it at all. You just want to save the file.
Okay, so Firefox wants to save the file. Okay.
And it's going to take it to, that's fine. It's going to take it to your download.
Hold on, stop 1 second. Jim, when you do this, make sure if it isn't your download folder, if you recognize where you're going to save it to, because otherwise it's going to be a disaster. Okay, go ahead.
Wow.
Well, am I wrong? Am I wrong there?
You're not wrong at all.
No.
Okay, so let me see.
Just click OK.
Do this automatically or just hit OK?
Okay. That's
All right.
great.
So now that whole thing is saved. All you got to do is set up an email to me at dbrown Gloucester Schools, right?
Right.
And attach that file.
Okay.
Right? Meanwhile, Amy will take you on a tour.
All right. You want a tour?
So should Jimmy leave his sharing screen right now?
No, why don't you come off your share screen? Dave's going to pull your design up and get it going. I'm going to give you guys a tour of the lab so you can see where we are and what's going on.
So Jimmy, the only way that they can see that is if you stop sharing their screen.
Yeah, I got you.
And if you want to hop onto this one, you can. It will come right back up to your thing.
I'm just going to wait for this file.
Okay.
So, did you send it?
I think he sent it. I think he sent it. It's there. All right. You got it? Okay. And you can sign on mine too.
Good job,
All right,
Jimmy.
there we go.
Good job,
All right.
Jimmy.
So we had a tour last time, but we didn't get sound. So
should I pin your thing right now, Amy?
Sure, might as well.
All right, I'm gonna pin. And I'd also like to mention, when we're done with you guys, we're gonna bring James Eves in for a conversation. All right, I'm gonna pin your screen right now, Amy.
Okay.
So that you can, so people can really see the lab there. Pin video. There you go. You got the floor.
Great, thanks. All right, so what we've been producing here are these packets with 3D printed visor that takes a shield, which, oh gosh, it's clear so you can't see it, but it's punched and it goes right on these holes of the visor. We've been distributing these to hospitals, nursing homes, grocery stores, small businesses. Where else? Got it? We have a bunch here ready to be packed up. We have Carol Cafaso from the high school comes over and helps us pack up. Here is the lab. We have 20 3D printers running, some hoping to be running pretty soon. These are the printers that the middle school students run. Sometimes they work flawlessly like this. Sometimes they decide to do something very middle schoolish like this. So we're going to stop that print and see why you can't really leave these alone for too long, because sometimes they do things like that. But for the most part, we have about 20 visors an hour that we can pump out. So as long as we're here, we can do it. We're also printing these ear savers, which take the elastics from the back of the masks and hold them behind your head so they're not pulling on your ears. And we've had a lot of nurses and first responders asking us for those just to get some relief from that.
I saw that John Meklin, he shared, what was the place that received them just yesterday? I don't know. I'm not sure if you saw his post on Facebook.
Oh, I didn't. Who was that?
Okay. I don't know. They just got it. I'll look it up. I'll look it up right now. But it was.
File? Okay.
How did Jimmy's file come through?
Has it come through, Jimmy? You sent it, right?
Yes, I'll try it again.
Okay. Yep, he's waiting on your email.
It's a long flight.
It's a long flight. I don't know where in Gloucester you live, but it's a pretty long flight. Well, we can take a look at what you did if it's not coming through.
Oh, it's so he wrote yesterday, or actually the Gloucester Education Foundation had shared. So great to see our shields being used at a local Shaw's supermarket.
Oh, that's right. Okay.
And they wrote, if your organization, if you or an organization you know is in need of face shields, please contact Larissa at thinkbest.org, and they can get these masks out to you.
Perfect. And he had some pictures. That's great.
Yeah, he put some photos of them at the Shaw's Market wearing the masks.
That's great. Yeah, we dropped off a couple dozen there last week, so that's
Nice.
great to see people using them.
Yeah.
You know, it's getting hard to stay safe and keep up. Okay. So Dave is quickly working on getting Jimmy's file loaded onto the screen. And if it shows up as an email, he will do that. Jim,
can you check this? Are you working on that right now, Jim? Resending it?
Yes, sir. I am working on it.
Thanks, buddy.
Hi, guys.
Yeah, I think it's so. Can you bring us back to the material that you use to produce these, and hold up like a spool of it so people can see?
All right, so can you see this running on the machine? It's this is 1.75 millimeter PLA filament that's running down through this extruder and through a tip that is laying it down in a very thin stream. So it comes out, can you see the difference?
Yeah.
It thins it right out. And then it's just layering and layering and layering it. So
do you know how hot it is when it comes out of the extruder?
So since you're the math guy, yeah. It is 225 degrees Celsius.
So it's about a little over 100 degrees Fahrenheit.
A little over 400 degrees
400,
Fahrenheit.
double. I went backwards. Sorry. Damn.
That's okay. Okay. It's wicked hot. It's wicked hot.
Wicked hot. Oh, but that was Gloucester. We got a little Gloucester right there.
Yeah, a lot of Gloucester. I saw a sign that said, "Stay wicked far apart."
There you go.
On Centennial. I like that.
How much does one of those spools cost, Amy? Do you know?
So one of these spools is between $20 and $25. It's a kilogram of filament. We got a box of about 20 kilograms donated from a makerspace in Haverhill. What's it called? Create a Pult in Haverhill, a makerspace. They donated 20 kilograms, which is about $500 worth of materials to this cause, which is great.
How many masks will one of those spools produce?
Oh, that's a lot of math. So here you go, 15 grams per shield.
Okay.
And it's 1,000 grams in a kilogram.
So 15, and how many? Oh, and it's 1 kilogram?
Yep. So the spool is 1 kilogram, which is 1,000 grams.
Right.
And it's 15 grams to make a shield.
So I just got to bring out my calculator here.
All right.
So it's about 66 masks if there's no error.
Right. So perfect.
There you go. Cool.
All right, we have Dave at the screen with GMG Pat.
Wow, look at that. That's Jimmy, actually. That the file name is GMG Pat.
There we go. So all I have to do is get it out of here and onto a card. First, I'm going to export it from here, dump it onto my desktop, and then I'm going to go to my design file. So this little baby is going to turn that file that Jimmy drew, that picture that's in tessellation drawing, so it's just a series of lines and dots, into a dance step for the 3D printer.
All right, if you could hold right there. So for the people that have just joined us, Jimmy's wife, Pat, a Good Morning Gloucester contributor, has this crystal ball that she takes photos through. And the crystal ball in the light gets super, super hot. And so that she, so Dave and Amy reached out and said, why don't we have a project that Jimmy will have Jimmy walk through the steps of creating this file for the 3D printer. And he went and created a replica of, she was using a plastic lens cap. And so they were going through the steps to make something very similar on the 3D printer. And they were showing how that's done in the lab at O'Malley School. So you guys can take it from there.
All right, so we'll get out of this techie in just a second and get back to the printer because it's a lot more fun over there. This is the file that Jimmy sent me from his house, his design work done in Tinkercad online, right? That's all free software. That's what makes it so powerful. It's all free. Take this, I'm gonna drop it into this software that's gonna, as he said, change the code into a bunch of dance steps for the printer. There's a lot of little steps here.
Dave, do most printers recognize this code? Is it universal or is it specific to certain machines?
That's a great question. So GCode is from 1962. It's the first time it was applied. Wow. And there are hundreds of thousands of variations of GCode, but the basic premise is it's coding that mechanically moves an object to make something. So the coding, all the lines of code within a GCode file can be adapted for various printers, right? Different plastics. We're going to set these up for our particular printer. So I'm going to configure the dance steps to a Prusa i3V printer with an E3D printer head with 1.75 filament to produce this object, right? Wow. It's like a menu. You just buzz through it.
And they're already the menu, the drop down menu or whatever already has those inputs there.
Yeah, all those choices are there, and then beyond those choices, so if I wanted to make this super solid, like I wanted to make it heavy duty, then in a line of code I could choose print solid. If I wanted it to be really light, like honeycomb fill, right?
Yeah.
Then I would choose that setting, and the printer would then do that.
Wow.
Right? So how many codes do you have, and you chose that one?
Well, we have the way it's easier if I go backwards this way. We have 3 different types of printing nozzles, and we have 2 different types of plastics. Yeah. And we can combine those in any number of ways.
Variations.
Okay.
Yeah.
Right? But the printers themselves are wicked simple. I mean, really.
There's X-axis, X-axis, Y-axis, and is there another axis?
X, Y, Z, right?
Z
is the third dimension, the height.
Right.
And Joey,
what?
No, Joey, you're doing it here. You're bringing back a lot of memories here.
I'm not just a pretty face, Jim. Sorry.
That is true. You're proving that point, Joey.
It's really something, isn't it?
He's patronizing me like I'm just a pretty boy over here. I don't, I feel very patronized.
You're doing all the math.
Hashtag me too. I'm just not a lobster dealer like poster boy. Okay.
I'm acting like a 7th grader.
Okay, go ahead. Sorry, guys. Go ahead.
You ready? Are you guys through?
Yes.
Yeah, we're done.
Nice.
Go ahead,
All right,
teach.
so-
We're sorry.
I'm just going to export this, throw it onto a card. So the beauty of all these little printer babies, right, is that they are so low tech, they're not directly connected to a print. They're not directly connected to a laptop or a computer. They'll just fly on their own. They take an SD card, you slip it into the control box, and the printer runs on its own. So you don't have to attach $1,000 worth of computer hardware
Right.
to make the printer, which is made out of lawn furniture parts, run.
Right.
So the thinking is very sort of efficient. All I gotta do is open this one configuration file and then export this piece.
Wow.
And I'm gonna dump it onto this removable disk. I'm gonna dump it onto this removable disk. There we go. Come on, baby.
I'm gonna use that one right there.
I'm gonna put it on this removable disk. So we have about, I don't know, 70 to 80 SD cards in the lab because there's a lot of students. All right, so this is gonna download onto this SD card, the one that works. Once the download bars are done, should take just a minute. It's a pretty simple thing. Done. I can pull this card. And there's a bunch of steps, slow boy steps you can take to make sure the files are safe and all that. And then that's it. This is you. We thought it might be good to, Jimmy had mentioned early on that one of the problems with the lens cap is that it was black, right? So when she's taking a picture through CB, you can see this black thing. We got a bunch of clear filament, but it's dicey. It doesn't print as well as it should. It's like the marketing is a little too good. However, we do have this stuff that's white-ish. And the beauty of this is that it's glow in the dark.
Ooh. Wow, that'd actually be very cool. I'm looking forward to her using it and showing us the photos at night.
That would be so cool.
Yeah.
So cool.
Yeah, just think of the options. So we're going to pull this filament.
This is very cool. Dave, I'm glad Amy and Dave came up with this idea because this is actually very cool.
I'm glad for their patience.
When is Pat home? Was she this afternoon, you said?
She'll be back a little bit later.
We'll have to put it in your mailbox so it's there for Mother's Day.
Yes.
She's probably listening to this right now, so all the surprise is completely ruined, but that's okay.
Sorry, Pat.
All right, so the filament, so this was printing in purple, so there's a finished little face shieldy thing, right, in purple. Take that out of here.
This is the one that hates to load.
Yeah, this is the one that argues.
Now, do you guys are the only ones that fill the machine and set it up like that, or do you have students do that too as part of the project? They also fill with the type of material
as they become adept in the lab, there's certain students that really just step up and want to know more about the machines and do more with the machines. So we, gradually release that kind of, hey, you go help him and set it up. So yeah, it's great.
Well, it's apparent it would be Joey setting the machine up because I would be,
Right, exactly.
Well, then we have, one of the reasons this works with the students is because we have all these cool teachers. So all the 8th grade science teachers are versed in running the equipment and changing out filament. All the 7th grade science teachers are tuned into this process. Otherwise, it would never work. I mean, there's no way we could do this without team teaching.
Right.
All right, so we're in, we're good. All I have to do is find your little design on this
Can we
SD card.
see? I don't know if we can see him finding it. I can't get the screen in.
Let me get the
Oh,
screen in there,
maybe.
So there's your numbers again, 220, 225. The machine's all hot, ready to go. Down to card menu. Where is he? Where is he? Where is he? Where is he?
Keep going. You put it in the print lab files.
Might have showed up in the print lab file. My God. How complicated can it get?
Joey, there it is.
Wow.
No, that is not it.
Uh-oh, he's lying to us.
I'm lying. That's not it. That can't be it. It was GMG, right?
GMG Pat.
Yeah.
Oh, was it Pat GMG or GMG Pat?
G-Pat.
He grabbed the wrong one.
Oh.
He grabbed the wrong
Oh
card.
my God.
Where'd you just put it? Right here.
It had
Right
a piece
there.
of sticker on it. It had a piece of tape, didn't it?
You
It
put
did.
that- Yeah, like
Oh, I put the filament on it. Yeah, it's my fault.
it's murder.
This is
Here we go.
this is comedy right here.
Yes,
Oh
really.
yeah, it's
Just add 30. Just
Look-
add 38th graders or 7th graders.
160 hours of this, baby.
It's like-
Nothing but fun.
It's like a
All right,
barrel of
Dave.
monkeys.
Dave, give her a little break. Amy said she hasn't seen outside in a long time. So give her a little break.
Got the
right.
vitamin D deficiency.
I think
right, here
it
we
is.
go.
Here we go. It's going to heat up and start rolling.
It's all hot. So yeah, I don't know if you can get a.
You're going to tip this
I
way.
don't know if you can see this.
We can
Pretty
see
excited.
it. We can see it. It's great.
Auto homing.
Oh,
It's very
very
exciting.
exciting.
So sciencey.
So it's just figuring out where to start, right? Because the printer can't see anything.
Yeah,
It's
like
just
all of
gonna
us.
Count the number of times this motor turns, and count the number of times that motor turns.
Oh.
to
Oh,
find
here we
its
go.
way.
So that is acting like the blue desktop that Jimmy had, right? Like that
Exactly.
that square
Exactly.
represents that blue top.
I wonder if there's something else that could possibly go wrong with this particular print.
I don't know. Everything's going wrong. Filament running. All right, it's going to start. It's kind of clear, so it's hard to see, but as soon as it starts building up.
It's like Daytona. There's the speed, the pit crew. All the cars running.
Yeah. All right, well, that runs. Do you want to show them what you made?
So you can
there
do,
we
you
go.
can
Wait,
you
wait.
can mess with
There
that
we-
machine
there
while
we
it's
go.
going. Huh?
I can't thank you enough for your patience here. We're going, we're going.
Oh my patience.
So-
I'm the one that had things blocked. You're
This is great.
All right, there we go.
Off to the
You
races.
see it? It's
So it's printing the bottom pad.
Going back and forth.
it really is.
And what is the tolerance for for error, like size wise? Like what do you kind of allow for error?
0.01 millimeters.
0.01 millimeter.
1/10 of a millimeter. So a sheet of paper. So these printers can pretty much print on the edge of a piece of paper.
Wow, that's
Dave,
amazing.
you had told me earlier when we were practicing in Amy this week, you said that either we were going to start it this way or this way to make it easier. I believe you said
Yeah,
that was,
if you had put that lip on it, if you had added
Right.
that extra lip, we would have had to
Yeah.
flip it upside down to print.
Okay.
That lip wouldn't. So your next design, because right, you're not finished yet. So
right.
this is your prototype. You can decide, you can go back in and alter that design a little bit, whatever you want to do, Jimmy.
Okay.
And so not that it's not like we had, we didn't have complete confidence in this whole process because we knew this was going to work. But, just in case something went wrong.
What is the heat? I'm sorry.
We came up with a stunt double.
So just like the cooking shows, we decided to try to make a little cup to hold the,
I'm going to see that.
Pat.
That's,
Oh wow,
Pat,
that's
look
awesome.
at
Bye.
that.
That's awesome.
Right, so you got a little bit of a backup here.
So Jimmy, if you
What's
ever have
in the
to
boat?
give a urine sample, you're all set right there.
Yeah, at $750 a piece, the cup's pretty good, right?
I have a question. What is the heat tolerance of the material?
The stuff that we're printing with now,
Yes.
you mean just before it bursts into flames or before it changes shape?
Before it changes shape. So my mind always goes to barbecue accessories. So I was just curious.
Yeah, no.
Yeah, that's that's going to be a little dark.
So it's melting at, like, it melts at about 350. So you're cooking it hotter than that Fahrenheit, right?
Yeah, well, you can. Yeah, most of the time. Half the time. What about, is there any other material you can feed through the thing to make it not, like silicone? Can you use silicone or anything like that?
Yeah, so some of the printer heads, all the materials have different temperatures, right? So the different printer heads take different temperature stuff. So we can print in ABS. Nylon is a good one, right? Nylon's really high temperature. We can print in clear polycarbonate, not so high temperature, but a little more forgiving. And the high school has printers that'll print in all kinds of materials. So
if I had an idea for a barbecue accessory, for like a handle on a knob that may heat up, that you could slide onto like a thin piece of metal, because you have that tolerance, right? Would that be able to be produced and not and stuff like that?
Yeah, go for it.
Actually, we have this stuff we can show you right here. It's it's Ninja, called Ninja plastic.
Yeah, so if you design something,
I have a design in mind.
All right, we'll get on to Tinkercad.
This is going to be cool, because I really do have a design. But so there's a piece of sheet metal. I think it may be aluminum, and it may be, I want to say it might be maybe two millimeters thick. Would that and could you get something that's like a sleeve that would, like a thin sleeve that you could slide onto that thin piece of sheet metal, so you could raise and lower that piece of metal?
I see no limits.
Put this down, it's getting heavy.
I'm very excited. That's
So let me show you. So this is called Ninja plastic. This is a manufacturer's plastic, and it's a flexible plastic. So this little frog was printed out as a test yesterday.
Wow.
But it's flexible. So this whole thing squishes. So once it's printed,
goes back
it's
to
really springy, like you said, silicone almost. It prints at a much higher temperature. So it prints at, I don't know, whatever that is, 280 C, right? So that's right up there.
So that's up around 600.
So it's hot. So, and these are just what we happen to have kicking around. And remember, we're working with lawn furniture parts and stuff.
Right.
The machines, the printers at the high school, are far more advanced. And
so how did they score the good ones, and you guys got the less ones?
What do you mean the less ones?
Well, you just said that the ones at the high school are better.
So, the high school program is built around engineers, right? And so the kids are going to be going off into the world and saving the planet. What we're trying to do is keep everybody on the boat. So we need lots and lots of pieces of equipment that run flawlessly, right? We can't have 10 machines, 2 of which are down for a week, or our program collapses.
Yeah.
So we went with stuff the kids can access, and figured that 0.01 millimeters is pretty good.
Yeah.
And the amount of plastic we can print in is pretty good. So
that's awesome. In the show notes on Good Morning Gloucester, there is a link to donate to the GoFundMe page for donations for this. If anybody would like to donate and help out.
Now that thing, remember, that's that link will take you to the face shield project, right? So, and that's one element of this. But the Education Foundation was instrumental in getting us the startup cash to get the program rolling. But the other piece that people tend to skip over pretty often is that, the Gloucester Public School District is heavily invested in this. They are the biggest contributor, right? The school department supplies the building, they supply the electricity, they pay the staff. There's a lot that goes into this, and Gloucester Public Schools plays a major role in developing programming and keeping it moving like this.
Yeah,
You've been saying, yeah, go ahead, Joey.
No, you can take it away, Jim. Sorry.
Well, I was just saying that you've been telling us you've been doing a lot of Zoom meetings and setting things up. How's that working out with all the planning you have to do, even though they've announced school's out for the rest of the year, and New York basically just did it last week. How are you doing? How are you getting in there? Are you ready to get going with kids? Are you ready to, your mindset is all different. How you guys doing?
It's an exciting challenge is what I'm going to say. I miss the students terribly. We, Zoom with them, we meet with them, we talk through Google Classroom. I would say the kids are doing a great job, trying to figure this all out in the middle of a pandemic. So, there's a lot of stress on everyone. Everyone's struggling. So they're showing up, they're doing the work. I'm really proud of them. I stepped out of this meeting for a few minutes because one of my students showed up on the open meet link in Classroom. So we went and did a little math session in the other lab.
That's great.
Yeah, and he probably said to Amy, "I'm not as bad as that guy, so give me a break."
Yeah, that's probably exactly. Hey, Anissa. Hey, we have another one right here. Anissa, show your face. Oh, come on. You could be on Good Morning Gloucester right now. Just come on. This is another thing. They don't want to show their face. There she is.
No, they don't have their.
Good Morning Gloucester.
Thank you for everything.
That's awesome.
So that's what
I hope you're doing okay. I hope you're doing all right.
Right. Yeah. So, we have to sort of bend and flex. So we're trying to figure out how it is that we can make more of the physical world connect to the people we miss so terribly, that are those students. How do we get these labs and resources back in their hands again? And that's a stunt.
Dave, can you do me a favor? Can you bring us back to the project and see can we see the status update? Or is there any? What's that?
Let's check in.
Yeah. The machine's been going for probably about 7 minutes now, 5 minutes. I'm not sure.
Where are you? There you are.
Oh, wow.
Right. So there's a disc that's the bottom of the tray. And all the little info up here says that's been printing for 11 minutes and it's 18% done.
Oh, wow. So it'll be a little while.
Just a little bit more math there. Yeah. So I guess what we can do is load up, take a few photos of the finished product, right? Send them off to you.
Yeah.
And mail off this fabulous piece to Jimmy and Pat.
Thank you guys for everything that you've been doing.
Wow.
This is really fantastic. And this has been, it's kind of, I mean, for a nerdy guy like me, it's very interesting. So we appreciate what you guys are doing. Go check out the link. And thank you to all the teachers and the frontline workers. This has just been so eye-opening. And I think that if there's anything that comes of all of this, when it's all over and we get back to school in the classrooms, I think the parents that are doing homeschooling right now are going to really appreciate the teachers and what they go through on a daily basis, because I know the homeschooling has been such a challenge for so many, and the way that the teachers have been stepping up all over the country to work through this new technologies to provide learning has just been nothing but short of miraculous. And I know a lot of people are very thankful for all the hard work and challenges that you guys have overcome.
Well, I appreciate that. And we can sympathize. It's a lot. This is a tough time. We can sympathize with the kids and empathize with the parents, and anything we can do to help, we want to do, right? So keeping the communication lines open is a big deal, I think. And we're just going to keep plugging here. We were meeting with some of the thinkers and deciders about big things. And, it's not really a guarantee that, you're going to be able to flip a switch, right? And this pandemic's going to be over. That's kind of not really a realistic picture, right? And so, are you going to feel comfortable loading your third grader onto a school bus in a month?
Oh yeah, I don't see it. Didn't they already cancel school for the year?
They did.
Yeah, so
did.
that's not an option anyway, right?
And then you think, okay, well then maybe in September you'll be fine with that. And then so you run that out in your head and you think it through and think, well, geez, we got to be ready for all eventualities. We need to be ready for everything. And that's kind of what we're digging at here. So it's been really fantastic to have Jimmy's help pitching in here because we are getting our way through what science can be through O'Malley Middle School in the days to come.
There you go.
Well, I want to get there sometime when I can, and I want a little tour of going through and they see those little tunnels and actually looking at the machine and stuff. I definitely want to see it. So
there you go.
Let's go find Amy and say goodbye. Yeah, we got to find her.
All right, let's go find Amy. And as soon as we say goodbye to Amy, we're gonna bring James Eves on.
Let's see.
Going through the tunnels. Here we go. Going through the tunnels.
What do we see?
We're coming to find
There
you.
she
We'll
is.
see you.
Oh, and say bye to Nisa too.
Bye,
Bye.
Nisa.
Bye. I can't wait to see your lens cap, Jimmy.
Oh, it's going to be great. Thank you. And that little prototype too is wonderful. Thank you.
Yeah. Good to see you.
Thanks again, guys. Have a Dave. Thank you, Amy Donnelly. Thank you so much. Have a great day. Keep up
Take
keep up the great work.
Thanks.
And we're gonna bring James Eves in right now. I don't know if he's gonna be ready, but we'll see if he's ready. Hey, it is Jimmy.
There he is.
How's it going, bud? Connecting audio. Can you flip your camera, James? There you go. Nice work.
Hey, brother.
Yeah, that was pretty amazing.
Wasn't that cool?
That was so cool.
Yeah, they're doing.
Like your brain starts going automatically.
Right. What you
immediately
want to
thinking, like I need a handle for my grill.
Because that's what normal people think, right? That's what normal people.
That's what normal people think, Joey. That's what we're gonna use the word normal there. It's fine.
Yeah, they came to me, Jimmy, and they said, "Hey, what do you want to do?" And I talked about it. I said, "Well, let's do something for Pat." And he's going, "Grill. I got to get this handle for my okay."
Well, I think that honestly, I think if I build the prototype, I think that there's a market for this particular thing because there's a part on a portable Weber grill that you have to handle to adjust the vents, and it's directly where the coals are. So many people have lost they don't have fingerprints anymore by lowering and
by using that piece.
By using that piece, and if you have a little I don't know what kind of material that'll withstand that 700 degree heat or 600 degree heat, but if you could.
Did he answer that question? I missed if he answered that question.
Yeah, he thinks that there's something they could do.
Heat tolerances of that material he's doing.
Well, there's different heads, extruder heads, and there's different materials that could do it. So.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. You look good, kid. You got color on your face. You look fantastic.
Yeah, doing good. Yeah, because I'm a salt farmer now.
Oh, that's right. Let's talk about that.
I'm a salt farmer. We just harvested our first batch this morning.
Are you serious?
Yeah, we got almost 5 pounds, I think. We haven't weighed it yet because we're waiting for all the last of the water to drain out. But we got 2 tables going, and we're building 2 more tables this weekend.
That's exciting. Do you have any examples right there at the shop?
Here, no.
That's
they're all home.
That's too bad.
Yeah, we've been coming into the office, but yeah, you'll get your little sample pack and all that. Yeah, we've been busy. I mean, since this thing started, we've been busy.
Yeah, I think a lot of people have. But so wait, so James, have you been chronicling the steps that you've been doing?
No.
Okay.
No, we're going to simulate chronicling it once we get paperwork processed.
Ah, gotcha.
Craig's going to come down and we're going to pretend like my first harvest. I got waders,
Yeah.
Because the first time we harvested water, I had Crocs with holes in them and shorts, and I went into the ocean and it was freezing, and we were down. Where were we? We were down on Loblolly Cove collecting water, and it was mid tide, not high tide.
Oh, boy.
And it was all those little pebbles were in my shoes. I was cursing and all that. So it wouldn't have made a good video, man. It was.
That's
So
awesome.
we're gonna, now that I have my waders and we know the process, we're gonna pretend like the first time is when we're first doing it. You know, but yeah, we have logos designed and business models started, and
Very cool. Very cool.
Yeah.
And you're gonna do a smoked one, right? You said have you practiced?
we're gonna
with Craig?
we're gonna smoke one. We're gonna do a red wine one. The lemon salt is really amazing. And we're looking at getting, I have to contact Ryan and Wood and see if they have any like old whiskey barrels. We wouldn't. I want to actually make salt in a whiskey barrel.
Ooh,
Hey, we should back it up a little bit.
They like to collaborate. So I bet you that would work. Yeah.
Yeah.
Hey, just back it up a little bit there, Jimmy, and talk about how you started with all this. We were kind of keeping up.
Oh,
with
Anna had an idea.
About.
Anna had an idea, and then I'm in waders in the middle of the ocean with a 5-gallon bucket. That's how this thing works.
Wait. Anna
She has
the
an idea that I have my
in...
waders. I don't know. Anna's been thinking about it since she moved up here. It's like, she thought it was cool that you could just make salt, just using the sun. We don't cook it. We actually, evaporate it, which is a very, very different tasting salt.
And it's flake. It's flake salt, right? So it's substantial.
Huge.
Yeah, which is really nice.
Finishing salt.
It's finishing salt. And so, like, I'm going to tell you, like, I've used this type of salt before in cooking. Mm-hmm. You cook a steak and then you just kind of go like this on the top with some of this finishing salt.
Oh yeah, that's it.
It's next level. There's nothing like, you're not going to buy anything like this in a regular store. It's just not going to happen. Yeah.
No.
So tell me about what's happening, because you guys are operating. You are printing at KPNG Clay.
When they actually said, non-essential businesses have to close and go home or whatever, we, moved our computers home. And then I've been spending the last, month or so rebuilding my Eves 3 Studio website, the graphic design website, which is, what kind of built Cape Angie Clay, and so I've been kind of reviving that to, get some graphic design work. We have a lot of small businesses locally that want help, bringing e-commerce online in their website, doing search engine optimization, like really, driving home the internet capabilities of their business. So we've been pretty busy with that. And then there was a lull in printing for a little while, but I was coming in, about once a week for 3 weeks with my computer and printing and processing files. And then last Monday I moved back in full time because there's just too much work here for me to be bringing my printer back and forth. Anna's bringing her printer back this next Monday full time.
Cool.
Just because it's this is where our work gets done, and it's we do have work, but we've been printing for people and doing reproductions and all that since it stopped. We're extremely we're locked down in here. It's just the two of us.
Right.
We unlock the door for customers to be able to do what we're calling curbside pickup. So the front room is, they come into the front room, they have to be wearing a mask.
Yeah. They
pick up their stuff or they drop off their stuff. They leave. Then we take the Ryan and Wood alcohol and we spritz the door and we spritz everything, and everybody's wearing masks and all that stuff. And we're assuming that's going to be like that for a while.
Yeah.
Like I'm not even thinking about like, oh, when is this going to end? Because it could be like this for a long while. So
yeah, it's true. Well, I'm sorry I didn't get to this or think to get to this sooner because with Mother's Day like looming in a couple of days here. But I really think that your services, I think over the course of the year with people with cell phones, just about everybody takes some great family photos with their cell phones. And one of the easiest and best gifts you can give, in my opinion, is you can you can email that file to James. James can tweak it a little bit and produce a print. And I think, like, if it's a special picture, like, there's no mother on the planet that wouldn't want like a reproduction of a great
Right.
a great memory, you
Right.
know. And even though you may not be able to print it in time for Mother's Day, if you know, you can send them the person could share the image and it maybe show up a couple days later or whatever. Why don't you take it from there, James?
Yeah, well, the one thing we do have is we do have the I don't know if you can see these.
Yep.
You know, we do have these things, which are
Hold on, I'm gonna pin you so that you take the whole screen and it'll fill it up more.
All right, so let me share my share.
I got it. You got it. All you have to from my end, that's all you have to do is put the camera where you want it to be.
Okay, yeah. So so there's the we had the word collages that people could pick up today and give their mother.
Mm.
And we also deliver. We've been delivering to people all over town too. We do curbside delivery, so people don't have to, because if I'm driving through town anyway, I might as well stop. We also have the nautical maps.
Those are great.
Yeah. And as far as printing is concerned, we would love to, we would do anything we could to get stuff done for Mother's Day, but we only have 4 hours left in the day.
Right.
So that probably wouldn't happen too much, but
yeah. So if someone had a print, had an image sent it to you, what's the worst case scenario of when the turnaround time for them to be able to pick it up? Like next week sometime, or when?
Definitely next week sometime. Probably midweek if it was paper.
Yeah.
Canvas takes a lot longer, that kind of stuff. The specialty items take longer, but paper prints we could turn around really quick.
Yeah, that's fantastic. Can you how mobile is your camera that you're using right now?
Oh, it's I'm
Can you take a little tour and show people the different kind of things that you can do?
Screen. Do I do this? I share content, or is there a push screen thing?
Oh, what do you want to do?
I'm going to push the screen so I can see screen. Photos, Zoom, message. Nope. Actually, wait. Get out of there. Where's the flip thing? Oh, there it is.
All right, there. Nice work.
Now I'm back. So this is, Kate, this is my office, and we got printers and so forth and everything. Those are the word collages. These are the nautical maps. We have a bunch of these.
James, do me a favor. Move. James. Listen to me. Move slowly so that the images are a little bit better and people can concentrate. Okay, go ahead.
And then you can see that we're pretty busy here.
Wow, a lot of work.
We have we have all that work we're processing through.
That's great.
And then we have our right before we get in here, we have our little bottle of disinfectant. And then people come into this front area here through the door there, and they pick up and drop off on that table. I haven't had to say anything there, but everybody's pretty, real careful about not touching anything other than the door handle and their own stuff. So, then,
That's awesome. Yeah. I just think, when I was thinking this morning, I was like, people are scrambling right now for Mother's Day gifts. And there's a lot of great places in town, like Turtle Alley, Nichols Candy, Pop Gallery, Pauline Bresnahan's shop, the Olive Oil Place. There's a lot of great local places to get stuff. But I think that this is a great. I think your shop and what you guys do is right up there with any of the best local ideas to get stuff for people.
Yeah, I think so. Well, yeah, we think so too. But if anybody wants to know, they can just call us, 508. Oh, no, not 508, 978-546-7070. And, they can just call us and we'll do whatever we can, through the end of the day to produce something.
Yeah.
And we do have stuff in-house that they could just purchase, like the word collages and maps and stuff. We even have I don't know if you can see this. We even, here, come here. We even have some, nice artwork that you can buy.
Hey, whose work is
You
that?
know, yeah, some really nice stuff.
Those are and those are ready to go.
These are ready to go. You just kind of pull the bag out, and they're we're still running the show special.
Very, very reasonable. Those are
very reasonable show special.
And that has backer board and everything.
It's got a backer board. It's ready to go. You just pop it in a frame.
That is a no-brainer right there. I wasn't even thinking of myself, James, but thanks for looking out. Can you thumb through a few of those slowly so people can see?
Yeah. Okay. Yeah. Well, this is the complete set that we did for your last show.
Very well received. Really. Yeah.
And then this is what we have in house. We have Felicia Oil.
Yeah.
I think that's called. We have the Waiting for Boats.
Yeah. And these are ready to go. If you're looking for a present,
these they walk in, they buy them, and they walk out.
Yeah.
We have the Beautiful Industry.
Oh, this one. This
Harbor Cove.
That photo right there won an award on Flickr.
Oh, cool!
And there's like millions and millions and millions of Flickr users, and they selected that one. It was pretty good.
That's very cool.
Yeah,
that's fogged in. That's actually one of my.
I love. I really
like that one.
I love that one. Yeah.
And then the quintessential, Gloucester train station. We sold like 8 million of these. There's that little boat.
Dory. Yep.
Lone Dory. And then
the lobster buoys. And the
lobster buoys.
Yeah.
And that's actually what we have left in house right now.
Those are great gifts. Great gifts.
Printed.
James, I'm sorry, Jerry. James, on the table right there, I see 2 different sizes. Why don't you explain those sizes and how long?
Well, right now, everything on the tables is all canvas, and we do, really any size. This one, that one, which size is that? That's an 8. That's a 12 by 18. There's a lot of standard sizes.
Mm-hmm.
These are all David Arsenault reproductions. He just placed a pretty big order. And we do all sizes. We do up to 33 feet by 4 feet canvases.
Wow.
And more. We've done. That one right there is on the wall. There is, I don't know. That's 5 feet. I think, or 6 feet.
Wow.
One of them is 6 feet. Yeah, I think this is the 6 foot one. So we do any size that people want, and we do all the materials. We do metal, acrylic, canvas, a lot of fine art papers. We do some photo papers, but I usually talk people out of the photo paper stuff.
James, what was the number again? I'm going to put the number in on Facebook here.
Oh, the number is 978.
Yep.
546.
Yep.
7070.
All right. And 20 Maplewood Ave. If people stop by, they can call.
People have to call for an appointment. We're not accepting just walk-ins right now because it's
of course.
It's too much.
Yep. But they can call.
They can call. They can set up a time, and then they can let us know what their hopes are, and if we want to, we'll do backflips for people all day if that's what they ask.
Yep. No, that's great. All right, I'm going to put the information in there for people. Yeah, call. And there's a lot of great work there, and your word maps are fantastic gifts as well. How's Anna's line of the Beach Bum accessories, or how's
Beach Thug? Beach Thug. I don't know. Ever since we started growing salt, Beach Thug has taken like a back burner, but
okay,
it's all at home.
All right. Well, listen. Say hi to
Anna.
Say hi to Anna. She's in the back room there.
Honey, wave.
Hi, Anna. How are you, honey? So there you go. I think that'll wrap it up for us. James, thanks for
fun.
Yeah, thanks for joining us. I appreciate it.
All right,
I hope the family, grandkids, everybody's doing great.
Yeah, everybody's doing great, and same to you.
All right, bud.
We're hoping you guys are all good.